again from Alperian, keeping targets up as Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurous Smash, Durance of Hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that ETC.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubarak, core at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
knock them all up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that.
And welcome back to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We got another playoff match for you tonight, but we're hopping over to the Heroic Division. It's the number 4 seed Quaranteam up against number 5 seeded ReGen, and joining me as always, we got Stoic in the house. How you doing, my man?
Good, I'm happy to be here tonight. Excited for our action.
I love that you shaded up tonight. I appreciate it, of course. You know, joining in with the full wardrobe. I like it.
True. Uniform, baby.
So a big one tonight. Obviously, it's a playoff match, but of course, we've already seen these two teams play previously this season. It was Quaranteam knocking off ReGen 2-1 earlier in the season. But I got to chat with Porky pre-game, and he said, hey, we played with subs that night, and tonight we're ready to go with the full 5, so could be a different story tonight.
We'll have to see if the can be a slight upset. These two teams seem pretty well matched, if anything else. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about the Heroic Division, how it ended up. There were 4 teams in the standings tied with 27 points. It was a 4-way tie for second place. But of course, with all the tiebreakers, that means Quaranteam, they dropped all the way to 4th. And ReGen, since they lost the tiebreaker
Time to change your hat, Murda.
They dropped all the way down to 5th. You're making me change my hat already. All right, hold on. I got to get another one that matches the purple shirt. So, Stoic, hold the floor for just a second.
Sounds good. So these two teams, interestingly enough, had exactly the same 27 points, and so it's going to be a close one. As Murda did say, Quaranteam was victorious the last time over ReGen, but really tonight's going to be a toss-up. So the draft will be extra important to see which of these two teams can get an advantage into our first map, which I can preview will be Infernal Shrines, as these two teams are slowly assembling their rosters.
And I do have some information on what the map bans were. It was, of course, Quaranteam without a coin toss here in the playoffs, making the decision for first pick or map pick. They wanted first pick here in the first draft, so ReGen first to ban. They took away Alterac Pass and Volskaya Foundry. Quaranteam, they banned away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Braxis Holdout.
Interesting. Last time when they played, Infernal Shrines was also the first map. Both of these teams having a very standard map. We'll see how they choose to flex on that map. A little bit about the draft. Saw Johanna for Quaranteam, as well as the Cassia.
Let me quickly say welcome in chat. I see a lot of Let's Go's and some Regens and some Globes. A lot of love already coming out from Arrow RG, Mrs. Windup Bird as well in the house. And Stoic, you dropped some emotes early on. A couple hydrates now coming in. I got the Wendy's with me today. A little bit of Sprite, a little Sprito here. Gotta stay energized. It's late. It's 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. We're just 1 hour away from one of the coolest holidays in the world, the 4th of July. Hopefully you guys are going to have a fun, action-packed filled weekend. But for those of you hydrators out there, Arrow and Stoic, this one's for you.
Thank you. It's important to keep hydrated. Gotta stay healthy.
So to keep everyone updated, we are in our lobby right now. Still missing 4 of our players, so we're just hanging out, stalling for as long as we can. I'm sure they'll be here soon. I'm not sure if there's an error in the lobby where people are having issues joining or not. Who knows?
Yeah, not me.
I don't know. We're here. We got the casters. We got 4 players from ReGen here, and just unaverted in the house right now for Quaranteam.
Yeah, where's the rest of the squad?
Well,
We
they
already
got some
Day
time.
dropped out.
They
Yeah,
got
that's
some
true, but
time.
we lost one.
We did
Every day
lose
was
one.
here.
He was here. And I think Legacy was here too. So who knows? Is Legacy's not even on this roster? Okay.
No, I don't think he is.
You missed a second hat swap. Was there really a second one? My God damn it.
That would
Okay.
be really winning is if we could swap hats with each other.
Oh God.
Share the lights.
Is that a camo hat? I might have a camo hat I could put on.
Nah, it's like some purple weird floral stuff. I don't know.
Oh, you got the purple flow going on too. See, I'm trying to get all my purpley hats because I got on my... This is actually like a Twitch shirt. It's got some like fun little anime icons all over it. I like
Very
it.
nice.
And now I got the Twitch hat on as well. You see that says Twitch on there.
Very good.
A natural Twitch streamer here.
Wait, I actually can't see it because I'm just looking at you with the 30-second delay on the
Well,
stream.
you'll see it in like 20 seconds now.
Yeah, I'll see it. Yeah, well, good stuff here as we sit and wait a little more. Sorry to my Storm League team that had to throw that game. So we could,
You're like,
practice
wait, it's
math
almost
on-
11 already? I gotta go, team.
yeah.
Speaking of leaving games, the other day I was playing
Looks like
with
it's
Miss
time for a
Windup
shout
Bird,
out.
as we do have a shout out going out to Recyclic right now. What is up, my boy Recyclic, if you're out there? I was playing a quick match game with Mrs. Windup Bird the other day, and I pulled full aggro from the fiance, and I was like, I gots to go. I was playing Butcher up against a Murky. I was excited. Already had some good stacks started up, and yeah, I just had to peace out. That was yikes, Murda. Yikes.
Big yikes. Leave a bonus.
Is Recyclic playing? The answer to that I can tell you is no. But wouldn't that be fun? Recyclic playing in the Heroic Division one day. I'd sign up for that.
Yeah, looking for the climb. All I can say is I can't wait to get in this game so I can take off these sunglasses.
Dude, I keep them on while I cast. Never
I
take them
cannot.
off.
That's ridiculous. It's awful. I like feel weird. You probably like used to it, but I feel like I'm in darkness.
I got those crazy good eyes, I guess.
You do. You've been eating your carrots.
Well, we have 8 players here now, just waiting on one from each side. There's the final member of ReGen joining the lobby, and one more player I think will be Cookie Man is who we're waiting on right now. And we'll be good to go once they arrive. If anyone else is out there in chat, be free to say hello, say hi to us, and maybe spend this time heading on over to the NGS Discord. There's a caster poll that's opened up. You can vote for me. You can vote for Stoic. He's over here on this side. Hook us up with those votes, fam. Like, we've been casting all season. I think I did like 50 matches. Stoic's at like, what, like 30 or something like that? It's a ton of NGS. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all that action this season, and we still have more to come here in these playoffs.
Yeah. These playoff games that should be happening. Let's go.
Let's go.
If this keeps up, we're going to be having a 4th of July kickoff stream.
Well, I'm expecting we go to game number 3 tonight, honestly. If this ends in 2, I'd be surprised. I think either way, you know, one of these teams will end up winning one match, and we'll make it at least to that game 3. I just feel it in my bones. Arrow says, man, at MurderRG didn't even shout out my raid to him. I even did my cast just so I could raid him. Did you raid me?
Yeah,
Did I
dog,
miss
with
it?
like 7 people at the beginning.
Oh, he did. How did I miss that? Arrow, you big beast, you. Yeah, I think you were casting the Beast Coast playoff game from earlier, if I'm not mistaken. And I do certainly appreciate that, Arrow. My bad, I completely didn't see that. Lazy Hydra in chat saying, bruh, if you didn't vote for Stoic, what are you doing? This man has co-cast half of NGS. Yeah, right here at
Time to change your hat, Murda.
RG. We got another hat swap. Okay, alright, you guys called for it. It's coming, hold on.
I really have the best gig, just co-casting forever.
I gotta pull out the red, white, and blue. You guys did it. It's 4th of July tomorrow. I gotta be patriotic somehow. I got the NASA hat on now, like this one. Just got it like a couple weeks ago. And we are still waiting on one more player.
Shade swap.
Okay.
Man,
Shade swap. I got some shades in here somewhere. And if you guys want patriotic, you're about to get patriotic.
I hope someone redeems a shade swap so I can take these stupid things off and just put on my glasses or something.
You see that? I got stars and stripes on my shades now. Thank you.
Killing it.
Wow. You guys are out of hat swaps. That's correct. There's only 3 I let you guys do. I can't get too ridiculous and change my hat every 5 seconds. So now you're stuck with the NASA hat. I got the shades on already. So what are you going to do about it?
I was distracted. Somebody was hitting me up. And my in-game messages. Getting in my DMs.
Well, if we keep getting hat swaps, you might have to go find a new one too at some point. But I'm pretty sure we're sold out at this point. Actually confirmed in chat from Miss Windup-Bird. Hat swaps are sold out.
Wait, what?
Yes.
That's a thing?
That's a thing. There's a limit.
Oh, is there a limit on hydrates?
There's no limit on hydrates. You can never have too much water, Stoic.
I agree with you, man. That's interesting.
Speaking of hydrates, we just got another one in chat right now.
Your bladder's pretty, like, limited, though. I guess you did up the price of hydrates.
God, is that you?
What do you mean, is that me?
Oh.
Who else keeps 10K points banked at all times?
Well, you gotta help me take these then, my man.
I actually just finished the last of my water.
Oh my god, this guy comes to stream with like a drop of water every time.
All right. I'll go fill up my 3 liters. I'm gonna turn off my screen. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got some time. Take your time. All right, so anyway, what does it say there? Anyway, welcome. It's just me now, and no Stoic. He's gonna have water. I'm gonna have to drink a whole lot of Sprite. It's from Wendy's, like I said. I had a Dave's triple earlier. It was huge, and I liked it. You know, sometimes you just need a big burger, and it's 4th of July weekend. What better time to have it? So there's one. I need like 10 more of those. And they gave me a paper straw this time. What is this paper straw business? It melts in your cup before you finish drinking the whole thing. But it's Sprite and it's tasty. So that's 2. I think we still have like another 7 to go. There was 9 total thrown out by Stoic. So I'm going to check off 2 of these. And hopefully he helps me drink some of these with his new water he gets. 3 liters is a lot. Of course, I still have 2 of these filled up too. But if we make it through the Sprite and 2 of these, there's not going to be much casting. I'm going to be in the bathroom peeing for like 47 minutes. We are at 11:12 p.m. Eastern. You know, the rules state you get 15 minutes, but I don't think these captains really mind. I don't have anywhere to get to, so we're just going to hang out. Hopefully, our final player will arrive at some point. But I do want to apologize for you guys at home waiting to see this Heroic Division matchup take place. That's all I got to tell you. I don't know what else to say. Reminder, though, our first map will be Infernal Shrines, as chosen by ReGen. First team to pick will be Quaranteam here in map number 1. And potentially a big match getting ready to start up between these 2 squads. A lot of history between these players. They do a lot of scrims. They play a lot of in-houses amongst the groups, so to speak. So they're aware, they understand, they got each other's game plans probably somewhat figured out to this point. And it looks like Stoic is rejoining us.
I am back.
Welcome back, my friend.
I went to go get some hats and some shades so that if there are more swaps coming through.
If you want Stoic to hat swap, you're going to have to throw out some medallions somehow. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to do like a special co-caster hat swap option in there.
Wait, I took off my other shades because I hate wearing them indoors, and I put them down.
Oh, you know the dog took them. Where's Captain?
Captain's in his crate. Come here, buddy.
Oh, dog show!
Looks like it's time for a shout out.
We got a shout out coming in from Mrs. Windup-Bird. Says, can you shout out Arrow? He played the best Artanis in a brawl this morning. Well, way to go, Arrow. Sounds like you can play Artanis. I'm sure you had plenty of stacks going. What was the total at? Let me know in chat. And we're about to get Captain on stream here. And, oh, speaking of on stream, Cookie Man showing up right on time. Is that a little toy in his mouth?
This is his chicken. It's his favorite disgustingly dirty toy that he just loves to chew on all day
he got
long.
little chicken! Oh my
Oh,
god.
Cookie Man, we've been waiting for you, my brother.
Well, we're getting some readies. I'm going to throw our R out there. Looks like Porky's ready to go as well. So, without too much further ado,
Looks like
we
it's
should
time
be
for a
getting
shout-out.
What is hat swap baby shout out? Oh, okay, hat swap baby. I think that Arrow wants you to swap your hat. We got it. Oh, there we go. Yes.
The bucket hat. You can't really see it, but
It's
we
kind of
animal
red, white, and blue,
themed,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, baby. All right.
The animal theme.
Okay, now you guys can't change his hat. I veto it now. We're matching
Oh,
red, white, and blue. I love it.
I got other hats.
Well, here we go in the action. Quaranteam first to ban, taking away the ETC with their first pick here.
Solid ban. Cassia, also a good one. Wonder if they were trying to pick that up.
Well, I think both teams, that's going to be a hero that's going to remain banned all night. She's just too good. These guys are playing high-level Storm League, and they know that the 63% win rate is way too much to deal with. Smart and wise ban there by Porky. We'll see if they want to continue the bans on some of these tanks here. Infernal Shrine's really good for Johanna, a strong first-pick candidate. Instead, it's going to be Sylvanas, which might signal to Porky he's got to ban away the Johanna.
Yeah, I think definitely so. Last time Troy 1010 played that Sylvanas in their matchup on this same map. Oh,
Not what I was expecting. So that's going to leave open the Joe and might be first picked here by Quaranteam. I would not be surprised at all. Miss Windupbird saying, can we pitch in and get Murda a bucket hat? I used to have a bucket hat one day, but not anymore. There's the pick onto Zool. That's not a hero I was expecting, but very strong in his own right here on Infernal.
does this though allow ReGen to pick up Johanna and Mephisto? Both excellent picks for this map.
There's the Johanna, and they're going to go with Sonya, another great hero for the map's going to give them a strong solo lane, plenty of wave clear inside the shrine, and the combination there, I love it. We used to run the Blessed Shield Leap, and it was just killer.
Absurd amounts of stun there. Absolutely crazy. Ooh, Carbon looking to flex on us here in some Li Ming dancing action with the Ana behind it. That could be scary.
Yeah, Orphea, not Li Ming. Did you say Li Ming?
Oh, it's very likely I said Li Ming because Carbon's Li Ming is what I dream about.
Right?
But
I dream about Carbon's Li Ming too. And I'm sure we're going to see that Li Ming later on. Is this the map for it? Probably not. I think the Orphea does make more sense. But, Stoic, you're exactly right. We're expecting to see a lot of Li Ming tonight for Carbon. Final ban for ReGen on the clock. They're going to take away the Mal'Ganis, recently coming off the ban list for NGS. And welcome to the ban list on the side of ReGen.
Yep, they're very good. I think that they got to ban Mephisto. They got to ban Mephisto. I mean, I guess Sonya has enough shrine clear that maybe they're looking for something a little bit more bursty.
Sure.
But I just think Mephisto's so good here with the safe shrine clear, that AoE damage, especially in the hands of a confident player like Porky. This could be disaster.
Well, is trying to ban away some of Porky's heroes going to be an issue? They already grabbed the Ana, one of his favorites to play. Of course, Porky already banned out the Rhaegar. Now we see the ban as well onto Anduin's. Going to limit options here for the captain of ReGen. But they do leave open that Mephisto. You make a really good point. He can be so strong here, especially up against the targets we see already. You know, Ana can have a pretty easy sleep target onto the Mephisto every time he shades. So instead, ReGen going to opt for the Tassadar and Vala here. An old classic combo, but a bit different now without those shields.
Definitely plays different. I guess Porky's on heels. Last time he played the Mephisto, I was hoping he would again. But scary comp for as Garrosh and Greymane enter the fray here for the red team. That's some serious lockdown. If Garrosh gets a toss onto somebody and Zool's in that five-man, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, of course we're going to expect to see that Cursed Bullet, which can kill any target they want. Deckard Cain, not a bad pick here on Infernal Shrines. You forgot about him, the old man with so much juice. And really good setup potential around these shrines by placing those potions in and around the shrine while they're fighting over that objective. So what do you guys think? These drafts are locked in. I'm going to open up our first poll of the night, trying to figure out who you're here rooting for. Who will win game 1? Will it be Quaranteam or will it be ReGen? Head on over to chat right now up at the top. Select the team you would like to win and hit that submit button. Stoic, after seeing these 10 heroes, who do you think got the better end of this draft?
I think that ReGen ended up with Johanna, and they will win
That's
game
the rule,
1.
right?
That's the rule.
Every time with Stoic, it's like, okay, team has Johanna, they win. And most of the time, you're right.
Johanna is just so strong. I mean, if you don't have Cassia, it's got to be Johanna, and they have her.
Well, of course, this is the home of ReGen. We're going to try to remain as unbiased as possible tonight. I'm going to have some obvious excitement, of course, but we're going to try to do the same for Quarantine this evening. Place your votes for both teams, but if you like ReGen, I love you too. Here we go, game number 1. And I'm going to introduce this team on the left-hand side. We got Unaverted playing the Gray main. There's Jachuggy on Garrosh, Weird Day playing Ana, Cookie Man on Zool, and Carbon the Captain on Orphea. Give it up for the number 4 seed here in the Heroic Division. They're known as Quaranteam.
And in the red team, with every player having a T in their name, it is TT Porky on Deckard, Russ DT on Sonya, Hot Cho on Johanna, Centurion on Tassadar, and Troy 1010 playing Vala. It is ReGen.
Ooh, and we have a pause. So we're going to quickly flip back on over to the webcams for just a second. And a shout out to the AI Butcher because of Murda Rip for charging in with E and then canceling it every single time. We're right back into the action here. I think I had to hit it because I was set to referee. And welcome back in.
Alrighty. Oh, shades are off. Goodness gracious, I can see again.
I can see again.
Interesting. Blue team opting to get a little bit sneaky here. Jachuggy unaverted in this bush.
Well, we are going to see the Monster Hunter come out from Vala. I think the correct pick here on Infernal Shrine is going to give them that additional layer of wave clear and also some camp taking ability. Porky trying to check the bush. There's the first Bone Prison landing on Vala. With a force wall going to keep them separated. Still no real attack going in either direction. But you got to see this wave clear already coming off from Quarantine. They are about a half wave ahead of ReGen now with Johanna trying to escape. A few potions nearby. There's a sleep, some body blocks as well onto Hot Show. Can he make it back behind the wall? It's so close to death, but he's going to survive this time.
Juice heals him right back up. Half health here. Russ DT jumping in. Interesting. ReGen is as 5 here. It looks like Zool's been doing some Pebble Soak, but Sonya as well matching that. Both teams with a 4-man going mid-bot, as well as the off-laners going mid-bot as well.
Now we're starting to see both these teams split off onto their siege camps with Zool rotating towards the middle lane. That's going to leave Sonya wide open in the top lane for a bit to kind of catch up on that wave clear she fell behind on early. First camp is grabbed by ReGen. The other side just a second away. There it is, picked up by Unaverted. And we are deadlocked here in the early portions of Infernal Shrines.
Yep. Ooh, sneaky rotation from the blue team. Are they going for the kills or the camp? Looks like both. As Carbon gets onto Hot Show and Unaverted makes his way to this bottom camp. Decides to change his mind.
I really like this pressure being provided by Carbon. I mean, he's getting these dread circles at the feet of multiple heroes, now chasing in with that lash as well. He's being a menace. And that's what you expect out of the captain here for Quarantine, just trying to stay on top of these heroes. But here comes ReGen, finding Orphea surrounded inside the circle. Can they get the kill? They will, but they will lose their Vala. 1 kill apiece, and First Blood actually ended up going over to Quarantine.
Yeah, just barely there. That Vala was tossed in, dashed away with Greymane. Tossed by Garrosh, dashed by Vala, picked off by Greymane there. Camp actually ends up going, though, to ReGen. As they're about a half a level ahead here.
Iron Skin popped by Johanna to get away from those towers. Almost ended up on the wrong side of the wall, which would have been a great pickup for Jachuggy there, heading into our first shrine of the evening. And it will be level 6 first for ReGen as they're going to get started on their Bruiser camp. Opposite side of the map, there's Greymane and Ana also going to be working on the camp for Quarantine.
both of these teams have very similar ideas how to play this map. I mean, almost to the second, they're mirroring each other on their camp taking in their rotations here.
First in the shrine, RG gonna get it started up. They have this Sonya, remember. She's so good with this whirlwind at clearing out these skeletal defenders. And plenty of help as well from Vala with this Monster Hunter build. You also have the Tastar, who can be very effective, but currently split out in the mid lane along with Orphea.
Good dash there by Troy, but steps back into the bush.
Oh, we actually missed a kill in the mid lane. Orphea picked off Tastar, and then you're gonna see Vala fall here in the top lane as well. A cross-map double kill for Quaranteam.
Oof. With 2 heroes down and a level 7 grab, they'll be able to catch up quite quickly on this shrine.
Yeah, there's not much RG's can be able to do now. I mean, without having both of their main damage sources anywhere near this top shrine, they're going to give it up, and you're going to see Sonya actually split out, just trying to get whatever she can right now down in the bottom lane and keeping the XP trickling in when they know they just have to give up this Punisher, and they already have their wall down here in the top lane, so this one could actually put some damage onto the fort.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit scary here as this Punisher could jump. And luckily Johanna's team is away from her. Doesn't quite get the Iron Skin in time. Good sleep from Ana as she drops. No healing coming down. There's the Iron Skin as Johanna steps up to kind of push back Weary Day and Chuggy. Carbon looks in for some sneaky damage, but Rusty T finds a spear.
Wall
Toss
down.
to safety. Chuggy in a little bit of a weird spot. Is there enough damage to take him out? And there is. Vala finds it there.
Well, that was a great wall from Tassadar. Honestly, that's what locked Garrosh in, and then actually the Scroll of Sealing from Deckard Cain getting the last lick of CC in. So they save the fort, and they get the kill onto the tank of Quarantine. Might give them opportunity to find a way back into this early portion of the game.
Yep. Unaverted jumps in on TT Porky, who will potion his way out. Rusty T getting this camp here. Weary Day taking a look with the vision provided from the healing darts. But they will not make it to this camp in time.
Ooh, I thought Porky was maybe in a rough spot there, just along with the Sonya. And they still are yet to really reposition themselves after losing some heroes earlier. But now going to make full advantage of what they can before level 10. They're going to find Ana locked out all by herself.
Oh.
Should be a wall, and there it is. Weary Day is going to fall now. Unaverted hopping in on this Greymane. Can Porky keep Centurion alive? Tassadar trying to run away, and there goes Greymane. It's a double kill for ReGen, and looks like should be a camp steal as well.
Yeah, also this leaves with level 10s, it leaves open this bottom camp. Blessed Shield comes out. Good dodge from Carbon there. But this bottom neutral camp should be taken.
All the while, Zul going to finish off that top fort with Sonya barely not getting there in time. Bone Prison going to keep her steady, but whirlwinding right through his Rusty T. Not going to be able to chase down Cookie Man that time, but let's go back on down to the bottom lane. ReGen working on yet another siege camp, and they will be able to grab it. So a lot of pressure. 3 camps currently on the map for RG.
Huge momentum swing in the favor of ReGen here. Weary Day looking to try and clear these camps, but Garrosh with her. Neither of those very good on the wave clear. Will ReGen look to put some pressure and escort these camps onto this now?
Ooh, look at this up top. Zul and Greymane up here trying to chase down Russ. Gonna pop the whirlwind early, which could be trouble because now the curse bullet coming in. Sonya under a lot of pressure, but there is a good Blessed Shield gonna slow it down. A couple potions on the floor, and Russ has just a little bit of HP gonna survive through it. Saving the day is the captain, Porky, with the potions.
Wow, and look at that. With the whole teams rotating up there, Siege Giants have in the middle lane have taken out that tower and done about 25% of the health on this mid fort.
Tastar with this long-ranged attack with his shock ray, trying to stay as distant as he can, and the force walls have been great. Another one thrown down there, but a little bit of overlap on that Scroll of Sealing. There's the Stay a While and Listen from Porky, as well as the Eternal Feast from Orphea being burnt. A shorter cooldown for her, so shouldn't be a big deal heading into this next shrine.
Yeah. Talents here. Vala stacked 9 of 20 on that Puncturing Arrow quest at level 4. Interesting, Greymane picking up Wizened Duelist at level 7. 5 out of 30 stacks there as well. Garrosh just 1 shy of his Warbreaker at level 1.
Porky actually going to find where Garrosh is hanging out as we have yet another pause here. Looks like a bit of lag as we're in getting ready for our second shrine of the game. I'm going to swap us once again back over to our webcam scene. where we can see Stoic without his glasses on. Shame.
I'm a what's it called? A hack. I'm a fake. I'm a fraud. It's true. You caught me. I'm not a glasses while I'm watching the match kind of guy.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Most of the time, I'm sitting really close to my monitor too, like trying to squint. What's going on?
I think I sit like this. I'm like maybe not that close. Maybe like right here. My monitor's like yay far away. Yeah, you know, normal distance. Looks like we're ready. Let me get us back into the game and have to count us in here.
Excellent. Good counting.
I did it that time. I did it.
First minions go to the red team. ReGen, Rusty Teeth.
Pops the Wrath of the Berserker now, and you did see that first Bone Prison coming out, so Zul's going to have to wait a little bit until that's back online to go again. A lot of the Skeletal Defenders currently being picked up by ReGen. They have about a 13 lead right now, but now being pressured back. Here comes Zul along with Garrosh. Did they find a toss? So far, no. There it is onto Sonya and the taunt curse bullet, and Rush just got erased from the map, but Carbon's going to fall right behind him. 1 for 1 so far as Vala's trying to make it away. There's a stay a while and listen. Is there another potion for Troy? There is. Porky barely keeping Vala up.
Perfectly timed there. Both of these teams right on the verge of level 13. Johanna steps up, finds a big condemned punish combo, but Tassadar just leaving the back.
Oh, the double sleep from Ana was just so good. That might end up being the end of this shrine as Deckard Cain's going to follow as well. There goes Cookie Man being tossed in, and now Centurion doesn't really have a lot of ways to get away, but does pop that dimensional shift. Still trying to finish this off, and ReGen will be able to grab it. Fighting till the end, going to lose all their heroes potentially, yeah. Eventually all 5 do fall, but they do pick up the Punisher.
Wow, this Frozen Punisher alone with no heroes to back it up, but no towers to shoot at it, will it be able to take down this mid fort?
You know, I feel like maybe that's worth it. Like, just go ahead and die and make sure they don't get it, just so you don't lose structures. But XP is going to be in the lead of Quaranteam right now.
Yeah, I guess, you know what, dying for this when you've already lost 3, if it secures that you don't have a Frozen Punisher going onto your fort when you have a hero's dead, is maybe the call.
Bottom lane is Vala up against Zul. Rotations coming in. Bone Prison out. Should be a toss available. Doesn't matter. Porky now caught out. The taunt as well from Garrosh. And that's easy pickings for Quaranteam.
Yeah, this will give this probably this right side camp to the blue team. Uncontested from ReGen as they know they shouldn't walk in there and continue to stagger some of these deaths here. Looking for value elsewhere as Johanna escorts some minions to that mid fort. And Sonya looks to start to spin on the top wall.
They're going to try to finish it off as Orphea is going to barely make it here in time. There's a wall. And Fort will end up living. Top lane, Sonya is trying to pressure in, but Zul is here. And just moments away from level 16, Quaranteam has a nice lead here and double pressure going mid and bot lanes with these Khazra camps. ReGen's going to have to pay a bit of attention and do some cleanup.
Wait, what are they called?
The Khazra minions. They're from Diablo.
That's cool. The Khazra. Khazra?
Yes, you got it.
Ah, I'll never say that. I'll say goats, or I'll say spear things. Khazra, never mind.
Spear tossers.
Spear tosser dudes with horns. Bottom lane being cleared up by Centurion and Rusty T.
You know, I picked that word up, I think, from, who would it have been? It was someone in HGC caster. It was one of them. Either way, here we go. Some more of them about to crash in at the mid fort of ReGen, but there is a big defense here. 4 heroes. Actually, Sony going to split off up to the top lane. But level 16's online for Quaranteam and not yet here for RG.
Look at Carbon down bottom, looking to see if they can get that flank here. Knows that the red team needs to go to this bottom pretty soon, as there is a catapult and a large minion wave down there. Ooh, Troy thrown, rooted, and deleted there.
And another great taunt, too. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so double kill after double kill. Let's take a look at this kill chart. 6 in the game already for Unaverted. He's playing the Grey Mane, and any target in your face, 1 cursed bullet and 1 dark flight in. That's all he's going to need every single time, and he showed it a total of 6 times here in the game. Really well done, especially Chuggy playing this frontline Garrosh, finding the toss every single time. And the taunts as well, just holding it to the proper moment, making sure they end up locking in additional kills at the back end of the play.
You know what? I actually really like this Unaverted. You taking this, Wizen Duelist and Alpha Killer pick at 7 and 16, allowing him when a target is tossed, just to get that extra little bit of damage to ensure that person is falling.
Well, I got our damage numbers up, and you can see exactly what's been taking place in this one. Greymane with 38,000 hero damage already. The top for ReGen right now, only at 20k, so a big disparity for the top damage dealers on each side. But it's been one Punisher apiece to this point in the game, but now with this Curse Strike build online for Cookie Man, we're looking to get a lot of work done inside the Shrine. Garrosh now under pressure, gonna get stunned in by that. Huge heroic from Vala, the Rain of Vengeance on the money. Also popping the Archon form is Tassadar. Can they get another one? They will. Carbon's down. See you later, Orphea. A double for ReGen as Sonya on this backline in the Wrath form, trying to get some more. They do wall in. Zool could be trouble here for the Cookie Man, trying to heal himself up with these cursed strikes, and he will.
Wow, incredible pressure there put on by Cookie Man. Stepping into the team, allows this counter engage to come out. Tassadar falls, Rusty T falling very low. Cookie Man chasing down Troy a little bit, but will be forced back. Cursed Bullet comes out again for the second time in this fight. Hacho dropping to half health. Troy steps up and oh my god.
29 stacks on Wizen Duelist. That's what'll happen. Unaverted's doing everything he wants, but will finally fall. Now reset back to 14. He'll be a little bit weaker when he gets back up. But my god, Vala could not step anywhere into the fight without having that big Worgen on her back.
A bloodbath here in this top objective. Quarantine with about a 10 minion lead. Will they find this kill out of Cookie Man? And they will. Jachuggy and Weary Day, the only two left alive. But with Sonya and not needing mana, this will probably, at least for the moment, swing in favor of ReGen.
Orphea back in the mix now. That Groundbreaker not going to connect. Rusty T still in here, still in Wrath form. Taunted now. Here comes Carbon. Eternal Feast being tossed in. Stay a while and listen, and to slow it all down. Porky trying to keep members alive as this shrine getting very close to completed. Tassadar's back from his death as ReGen's just 4 skeletal defenders away, and looks like they will be able to secure their second Punisher in a row. This one an Arcane Punisher for the top lane.
Yeah, this Arcane Punisher should solo be able to take out this top fort. ReGen, though, a level behind. They'll need to find a way to close this gap on the race to 20. But they also need to find structures. They're got to make a lot of things happen here. Pretty much full health Arcane Punisher will push onto this keep wall.
Yeah, and check out this bottom lane Stoic. A lot of minions and 2 catapults are here. No response yet from ReGen. Wondering if they're going to want to send that Sonya down to save that wall. Looks like Tassadar might actually be the one cleaning it up. Mid fort's going to fall after that top fort fell from the Punisher. So structures are starting to catch up, but it's still a level lead for Quaranteam.
Yeah, Arcane Punisher has been well baited by Greymane to take out the well, but the tower's all intact. Now a possible fight here brewing in the bottom lane, as the red team looks to take out the final fort standing in this game. But they will set up for a possible flank position. Nope, never mind. They're just backing out.
Well, they got to start leaving this Johanna a bit more on the front line, making sure that Garrosh isn't able to find these squishier targets in Tassadar and Vala. It's been the trouble so far for ReGen is really just Jachuggy playing a damn good Garrosh here in game number 1. So it's going to live or die based upon what targets he can find and which ones he's able to throw back into the shark, so to speak.
Yeah. That's a good point here. Looking at quests, though, speaking of that Tassadar, just a little bit under 40% of the way through his level 1 static charge quest, where he really starts to deal incredible amounts of damage with that shock ray.
Now we do have level 20s for both sides being secured. Will be the Blessed Shield upgrade for Johanna. Porky gonna go with the upgrade. Respect the Elderly, gonna apply some silences and blinds at the end of that Stay a While and Listen. That's a talent that can especially help up against the Zool with this Curse Strike build. He's not gonna be able to A, hit the button, and B, when he does, he's not gonna be connecting on anything because of the blind. I think it's a nice little tech option here at the later portion of Infernal Shrines.
I think you're definitely right there. we'll see if that makes a big difference in this next fight. Could decide the game as we're about both teams level 20 will approach on the 20-minute mark as well. Both teams without forts. Next objective will spawn mid.
And previewing that, looks like will be a Frozen Punisher up next, one of the best ones to siege with, especially here in the later portions of the game. If you can get that one coming up next, it will almost certainly end up being a keep in your favor. ReGen currently showing in this top lane with a big Merc push, Catapult as well right behind it. They're going to play it safe by their wall, not wanting to be engaged upon in a rough spot. And it looks like Quaranteam willing just to run away and look for a different fight later on.
Yeah, these teams both rolling as 5, not wanting to get picked off. Also being cautious of vision. TT Porky scouting each of these bushes to make sure that there's not a bush party waiting for them.
And there's the announcement. Shrine number 5 coming up next. ReGen's won the past 3. However, it's honestly match point. I mean, whoever wins this is going to be in a great spot. I'd almost go as far to say whoever wins this shrine is likely going to end up winning Infernal Shrines and walk away up 1-0 here in the set. So a lot on the line here, Stoic, and both teams look like they're ready to go, setting up with all their heroes nearby.
Yep, teams crashing in. Can't pressure, though, in the mid lane for the blue team. Cookie Man steps up first under the shrine, looking to get that damage here. Big scroll of ceiling and slows coming out from Deckard. Both of these teams haven't really crossed this line of scrimmage through the cutting this in half. Oh, but here comes Johanna stepping up, finds the Zool. Gets a slow. Garrosh pops his unstoppable. Indomitable, rather.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage being taken off from Garrosh and Zool. Those are the two main frontliners as Chuggy getting even lower. ReGen's going to take the lead in the shrine. There's that Archon pop for Tassadar. And they're just giving this one up. They know they're too far behind, and they know these two heroics from Sonya and Tass are just too strong to try to fight into.
Yeah.
And they're going to go ahead and forfeit it away. Still some Mercs pushing down the mid lane in their favor along with a Catapult. Someone's going to have to respond, or that keeps going down. There's nothing there to deal with it right now.
Yeah, Greymane taking also this bottom camp. This is going to put an enormous amount of camp pressure here. If Red Team chooses not to try and end the game, they will need to be careful and send someone back, because that's 9 Khazra heading towards these mid and bottom lane.
There you go. Now you're learning. There's the leap from the Punisher. Only going to land onto Garrosh, but he's going to be safe. ReGen still has his Tassadar in Archon form. He was able to hold it all the way through the shrine. Made it all the way here. And with this Punisher still sitting about 50% health, this keeps going to go down. They might be able to make a play onto the core. Here comes Johanna looking for the blessed shield. Also, there's the stay while and listen, but it's Rusty T very low getting a shield. Still trying to stay up. Poison Nova coming out from the Zool. But no kills yet. Troy about to fall, however, needs the potions, can't get there in time. It's 3 heroes from ReGen falling. Carbon helping out the team and getting a triple along with Zool and Garrosh.
Wow. That is not how we thought that would go with the amount of poke that was done by the red team during the objective phase. Blue team said, we've had enough of that. Let's just walk up and smack you around a little bit.
Well, with those kills and this keep falling, it's going to be a very tough defense here for Deckard, Kane, and Sonya to save the day. I don't think it's going to be possible, so it looks like Quaranteam, they're about to walk away Game 1 winners here on Infernal Shrines. They lost most of the objectives, but they got the most kills. They got it when it mattered most. 20% on the core, and GG's in chat. Game number 1 handed over to Quaranteam.
Well played by both of these teams. It's funny, we said that the next team that wins the objective would probably win the game, but we saw that that was not the case here. Team Quaranteam played it very patient. They lost the keep, but didn't lose any heroes. Able to find a couple of clutch picks and swing that momentum back in their favor.
9-3 for Unaverted on the Gray main, a impact player, especially with that Cursed Bullet all throughout. And, I mentioned Chuggy multiple times throughout the game. I think that Garrosh play in the front line really was the difference maker. Smart banning out the ETC and being willing to play up against the Johanna, they made it work here.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. That Wizen Duelist, Greymane lost half of his stacks, but still with a 15% damage increase is not too shabby. And for as much time as he spent in Worgen form, definitely getting that damage, that value there.
Well, we're going to take a very quick break, about 2 minutes, going to help set up this game number 2. We're going to have a quick word from our sponsors, NGS. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Season 9 playoffs here. And right now we're in these Heroic Division quarterfinals. Stay tuned, more action coming up next.
Oh, we missed it.
Welcome back in. You guys just watch an absolutely fantastic match on Infernal Shrines. Still waiting to get into our next lobby, so we don't know where we're going yet. But if game 2 is anything like game 1, we're in for another good one. Stoic and I were talking during the break and really commenting on how good that Greymane was, able to really threaten the Vala and make her scared throughout the game. And I'm wondering if that's really the pivot point that ended up giving Quaranteam the win or not. It was scary for her, Stoic.
Yeah, it definitely was. The Greymane and the what's that? Orphea were both so mobile as well. Orphea taking the talents on 4 and 7 to have cooldown reduction on hits. So both of them are just dancing around in these backlines, able to dart in, get a kill, and then be right back out into safety. Worked extremely well for Quaranteam there.
Absolutely. I'm going to try to reach out to our captains to figure out where we're at. You know, maybe a lobby's open and I just don't know it. I didn't see it thrown in the chat yet. Looks like we're still preparing. Map? I assume Porky's working on it with Unaverted right now. So we'll just give them a minute here. No rush. No rush.
None at all. BMAD, I got you.
I don't know if they're making the lobby. Okay, looks like they're making the lobby. Okay, cool.
Wish I could make that ice clink noise.
Wait, the hydrate drop?
Yeah, the ding ding, or however you make. I wish I had like a
you
sound
mentioned
for it.
we had a lot of hydrates come out from the game. BMed said minus for Stoic, so Stoic, you got at least one for you. I'll help you out. I think we still had some that you sent in earlier I haven't gotten to yet. So chat, if you guys are at home, maybe you want to participate in hydrating with us, grab your waters and enjoy.
Stay happy, stay wholesome, stay hydrated, stay healthy.
And we're just 12 minutes away from the 4th of July, Stoic.
Oh, baby, happy birthday.
Baby, happy birthday, America.
Yeah.
Still no lobby? Question mark. Maybe it's in the NGS chat. Like I can.
I've been
load on
watching
account.
it.
Don't see it.
Porky says he's in game.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Maybe I can join through Porky, and then
I'll
you can
join
join through me.
That sounds good.
Player
like-
is in a game, but it won't let me join.
Interesting.
There we go.
I
I got an
wonder-
invite. We're in.
There we go.
It's got to get you.
Looks
in.
like it's time for a shout out.
We got a shout out request. This one for FreePX. Yeah, you want to head on over to twitch.tv/FreePX. Or is it CPOGX? I always mix it up. It's one of those. You guys know it. Show that man some love.
Shout out.
I'm ready to go. We'll see if they're ready to go. We got all of our players here quickly. Thank you for everyone joining so fast that time.
Towers of Doom.
Yeah, Towers of Doom. I saw that. I didn't get to mention it because we were doing other things, and then the shout out came in and I forgot. Murda being Murda, typical Murda. But yeah, Towers of Doom here for game number 2. We're just swapping around the captain's crown, and we should be ready to go once that happens. Anything you're expecting different here on Towers of Doom? Do you think we end up seeing more of that Zool, a strong hero on this map as well?
Yeah, I think that, honestly, we did not pay as much attention to Zool as we could have. Zool being a great, I'm sure, a great factor. We saw the Cursed Strikes get lots of value, being able to chase, having good route follow-up. And this is a map where Zool can get a lot of double soak pressure. So maybe Zool is banned here. It could work. Maybe Zool's ban worthy. He's definitely dropped off in bans as the season's gone on, especially with heroes like Cassia rising to prominence.
Well, I think you're right saying Cassia. She's guaranteed getting a ban here. I don't think there's any way it doesn't go through, but perhaps ReGen not going to be the one to ban it out this time since they're on first
Looks
pick.
like it's time for a shout out.
And there's the ETC ban, so swapping around sides it looks like, as we have another shout out coming out. I don't know who this one's for. Let me see what it says. FreePX says, CPOGX's fan club. He just wants to shout out the whole fan club. So if anyone here is a part of that fan club, thank you for showing up, and you have been rightfully shouted out. There's the ban on Cassia, and these teams are swapping their bans from game 1.
Yeah, I think Zool Zool's going to be in this game, either in a draft, or either banned or picked up here. The double soak pressure is strong. The team fight pressure he brings is strong as well. Ooh, a little bit of tank choke happening.
Well, that might leave open that Garrosh again, and I thought it was really good in game number 1.
Definitely was.
I don't think the Garrosh is going to be first pick worthy for ReGen, so it could be another option here for Jachuggy. Let's see what this final ban is for them before we get too far ahead of ourselves. It's going to be Abathur. Abathur. Rhaegar's priority for ReGen and for Porky tonight. They banned him out in game 1. They're going to grab him early here in game 2.
Yeah. I imagine this is going to be something that they want a Bloodlust. Will we see a Bloodlust counter picked up in the first half of the draft?
Perhaps something like the Deckard Cain's been really good this season. The stay a while and listen, just to shut down anytime you try to walk in bloodlusted. But instead it's going to be Ana, and we talked about potentially seeing Carbon's Leeming tonight. Here it is in game 2.
We're here for a show.
You're excited.
I love Leeming. Leeming is so fun. Watching Carbon is always an inspiration. So definitely exciting here.
Well, it is going to leave open the Zool, but instead a new Barak and stealing away that gray mane for Troy won't be available this time for Unaverted. So they're going to have to make other options now with their final ban. They get 20 seconds for this third of the map. Don't really know which direction they want to go. Maybe this is where we end up seeing that ban onto a Zool from one of these teams.
Yeah. Man, with both of those wolves running at you and the bug burrowing towards you, that could be very scary. They'll definitely, blue team definitely need some counter engage, as Ana could be dived on and deleted in a moment. There's the Garrosh ban. Extreme tank choke coming out of the ReGen squad. Diablo, Mal'Ganis still on the board here. Muradin as well.
Oh, Zeratul, a hero we don't get to call out too often, but he's so darn good with this Void Prison. Russ is going to pick up the Dahaka, giving them a global presence here on Towers of Doom. But, wow, what's the answer right now for Zeratul? I don't quite see it. If he's able to walk in and hit a big VP, could be multiple resets for Li Ming.
That's true.
They are showing triple assassins, though. That's something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, Dahaka has the ability to do a double soak, your favorite dinosaur, and the ability to do the, what's it called? The burrowing in. Does that mean Zeratul has to match that? Do they try and do a 1.5 soak lanes?
Zeratul is certainly going to be double soaking. Is this going to be a main tank Zool? Or are they just going to go like full meme here? No, it's going to be Diablo. I was like, there ain't no way they're going to do that, but okay. Diablo makes sense. They're going to have the VP APOC now. And that could be trouble. Game number 1, you guys, 100% of you guys, picked ReGen to win on Infernal Shrines. I'm going to ask you one more time here in game number 2. Who will win game 2? Will it be Quaranteam or will it be ReGen? Once again, head on over to chat up at the top. Select the team you would like to win and hit submit. Stoic after seeing game 1 and now after seeing these heroes picked in game 2. Who do you think has the edge? Who do you think's going to win it?
Momentum from game 1 aside, I think that the blue team had picked a really stylish comp with less CC than... I guess Anubarak has 2 stuns, Dahak has a drag, Greymane... I think the blue team takes it, though.
All right.
I think it's Quaranteam. What about you, Myrtle?
You already know, baby. RG to the death. Here we go. Game number 2, but this time I'll let you introduce the blue team.
All right. And the blue team coming off of a map win on Infernal Shrines. It is Raynor, played by Unaverted, Li Ming, played by Carbon, Zeratul, played by Cookie Man, Ana, played by Weary Day, and Diablo the Tank, played by Chachuggy. It is the Quaranteam.
And over on the red side, we got Centurion playing the Greymane, Porky the Captain on the Rhaegar, Hotcho gonna play a Nubarak, Troy 1010 on his Sylvanas, and there's Russ DT playing the Dino. Give it up for my favorite squad, my home team. They're in red tonight. Give it up for ReGen.
Love the excitement there. A little bit of bias, but who's caring?
I think it's a lot of bit of bias.
It's
All
a
right.
lot of bit of bias.
I'll
Ooh,
be
a little
fair.
bit of sneaky action here on the bottom, using those maybe a Nubarak Beetles to try and get some of those tower shots soaked. Centurion immediately jumping onto this tower. TT Porky there as well, but only 3 with Sylvanas trying to cheese the top. 2 things happening at once. Cookie Man responding to the top lane.
Oh, able to Vorpal Blade in on Troy, and that's going to be first blood in the top lane. Cookie Man making it look easy.
Yeah, definitely. It was an excellent try. I like the idea of splitting to get in 2 places at once. Not able to find that damage they were looking for, though.
Remember, we're here on Towers of Doom, and a little bit different now with this latest Nexus anomaly. This one being the foggy weather. Allows you to hop into stealth after a second and a half of hanging out in a bush, and you're going to see a lot of extra stealth, not just the Zeratul. It's going to be pretty much everyone all throughout the game.
Yep. Unaverted immediately on this camp here. Hotcho scouts that out. Chugga here caught between a couple of heroes.
They're bringing
Rest
5
team.
in.
Yeah, this is definitely an excellent invade. If this camp is not stopped, it will take this top tower. Looks like they will bring the whole team down there.
Chomp
Unaverted.
in, Feral lunge by Porky. And a couple
Big
of those
sleeps
sappers
by
will
Weary
connect.
Day. Oh!
Big flip on Sylvanas, and already early in this one, you got Troy down twice. Now Hotjo under pressure, has that impale to keep Diablo back. The rest of the heroes of ReGen will be able to disengage from it with the Haka now split back up to the top. There's Rusty T able to burrow to slow down the Zeratul a bit. He got a little bit of damage onto that wall. But it's been looking really good for Quaranteam. Now going to turn this into a camp steal on the opposite side of the map. So what happened to them, they're returning the favor right back to ReGen.
Yep. Early level 4 as well for them. They're also getting on these camps, want to keep these towers healthy. TT Porky trying to draw that aggro. Oh, good stun from Anubarak, but is it enough? It's not going to be enough. That tower will fall. As will Greymane.
So game 1, it was the garage for Chachuggy. and it looked good. Now here in game 2, this Diablo already helping find a couple of kills here in the bottom lane. That'll be the 3rd already for Quaranteam. They have almost a full level lead heading into our first altars of the game. But of course, with the Haka on the map for ReGen, could mean an early pickup for him on the top right, and then a dig down to the bottom to help secure this bottom altar as well.
Yep. Li Ming, during this whole fight, getting so much free damage under this bottom tower. Jashuggy in a little bit of trouble here as the team is diving onto them. Li Ming, though, finds big damage from his orbs.
You know, maybe we're not saying enough about Ana. Game 1 was able to keep a lot of heroes alive. Here in Game 2, big target Diablo, easy target for Ana to land those healing darts. And Jachuggy with a big health pool, now at 69 stacks on his Black Soulstone. Nice. But effective health so much higher every time these healing darts connect. Here comes the Haka, though. Gonna brush stalk in, landing the drag, but a quick stun from Diablo gonna keep the Haka back, trying to channel Centurion, but here comes Cookie Man. Big cleave right in the middle of a few heroes, and that's gonna be the first kill of the fight. Make it 2. Li Ming now with resets. Can she get more? Not yet. Hacho trying to walk away and should be able to get out. Let's follow the action now at mid. Centurion and Porky are going to be able to hearth back to base, but that's going to be 2 altars secured for Quaranteam.
Yeah, wow. All those heroes drop so low. Li Ming able to get tons of reset value there. Hacho looks in to maybe try and get that stall, but not able to find it here. Camps also being taken, the bottom by Unaverted and Weary Day.
This is where it might start getting scary, so they got to work on this Diablo. 99 stacks right now. Won't end up falling either. The sleeps again from Weary Day going to keep everyone alive. 5 kills in the game for Quaranteam. Still 0 for ReGen. 2 for Carbon right now on this Li Ming. Looking good early on Towers of Doom.
Yeah, Li Ming opting to pick up Charged Blast at level 4. Looking to be doing some basic attacking intermixed in those combos.
Well, I can't say no to it.
Yeah, I mean, Carbon can do whatever Carbon wants, and I'm going to try it out.
Carbon can do whatever Carbon wants on this hero, and I will tell you it's probably the best thing you could possibly do. Mid lane could be an issue for Dahaka right now. Hacho going to try to save the day. There's an Impale, and Dark Swarm's going to be able to walk right through the Zeratul. Cookie Man falling low, but able to warp out 50 health and gonna survive. Troy was trying to chase it down, but just barely out of his reach.
Wow. Scary moment there. Centurion still and Porky working on this camp on the bottom. Hacho and Troy in a little bit of trouble here as 3 heroes in the bush. Never mind. Nothing will fall from that. Troy gonna be fine.
Well, you got to remember, this is Towers of Doom. Early game, of course it matters a little bit, but does it matter a lot a bit? Not quite. So still plenty of time to catch up. Altar phase number 2 about to spawn. ReGen has a little bit of pressure on this map right now. Zapper is starting to walk down this bottom lane as we do have our altar, our next one spawning down here as well. Anubrak going to try to start it first, but having different thoughts seeing the Diablo walking through their own minion wave. No one else from ReGen's here because level 10's online for Quaranteam. They're going to go ahead and sacrifice that. Send Sylvanas up to the top lane. Greymane here as well as the Haka, but showing up now is Zeratul going to try to slow it down. Does he have enough? No, because the drag is on the money. VP comes out, but it doesn't matter. They pick up the kill on the Void Assassin.
Yeah, you know what? And with these 3 heroes on top, they're going to take down this fort before the blue team spawn. Blue team, though, opts to take this bottom red fort in response. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade in the fort category, but bottom lane arguably the most and more important here.
It's going to be a boss call for ReGen. Will this be sniffed out? And will it matter? Looks like Diablo's going to be walking nearby. They see this rotation through the mid wave. They're going to back on out. Headless Horseman made it down to 50% health, but will not be completed by ReGen. Now looking for a kill onto Li Ming. Carbon able to warp out. He's going to be just fine. And still just the 1 kill in the game for RG. It's not enough yet. And now they have to do some work in this bottom lane, the most important lane of the map.
Yeah, they definitely going to allow themselves a little bit of less pressure in having this top fort. But getting bottom back is the main priority here as a camp is starting to make its way along this bottom lane. Possible 3 more shots on the core.
Well, Bloodlust has been locked in by Rhaegar. Now Hot Joe being chased down by Zeratul. Void Prison still 20 seconds away as the charge comes in on the wall. There is that cocoon, but it doesn't matter. Quickly disintegrated by Carbon. And they get the kill onto the Beetle like he wasn't even there. He had a full health bar, it was just gone.
Yeah. Zeratul just sitting there doing nothing, trying to bait that out. Ooh, Centurion and Troy in a little bit of trouble. 3 shots go down, as does Greymane.
And a double altar right now.
Yeah. Holding top allows them to keep this to only 8 points. But these points begin to add up.
Yeah, 8 more points gonna give them, let's see, 21, 17. It's a, what, 19 shot lead right now? That could be trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at Carbon's pressure. He's like, Porky, come on, man. You don't want me right now. You don't want this at all.
And 17, you know, is like if it's a triple altar phase next, that could be lethal.
Could be GG. Right now, Dahaka, Zeratul, they're alone up in the top lane, battling each other as ReGen's going to try to save these sappers from crossing the line. Last time they were here, all 3 were able to cross it. Without their own minions, they're going to start approaching the goal line here, but finally able to be destroyed. They keep their heroes alive this time.
But Sylvanas forced to use that trait.
Yeah, but they have no way to get onto this fort. They've now shown an attempt 2 or 3 times, and they haven't even made it past the minion wave once.
Well, I think like Sylvanas using her trait was what they wanted, but she was forced to use it there on those minions to make sure they didn't get across. There's probably another 25 seconds where she won't have black arrows. So again, this wave is cleared. Rainer's Raider doing an excellent job here, getting some extra damage. They're in a little bit of a stalemate.
Cocoon onto Zeratul. Here comes the rotation from the bottom lane from Quaranteam. Impale and the quick Cursed Bullet. Gonna get a nice kill onto Zeratul that time. Single altar spawning. But I think ReGen really wants to try to get this bottom lane fort back soon. Li Ming's gonna take that big arrow from Sylvanas. But it doesn't matter. She's just fine. Altar is active. And it looks like ReGen will finally be able to get some sort of objective advantage on one of these. Centurion gonna lock it in, and Sappers as well, Stone.
Opting to take this camp. Still need to make sure that they're getting this bottom lane. This camp gonna make its way and get the wall, but without him, they're pushing extremely aggressive here, knowing that they have the structure burn and the hero damage. If they can find this kill on the Carbon.
14! Oh, he does die. But look who's behind the wall. Dahaka kind of stuck right now, trying to make it out as Russ. VP onto 4 heroes. Here's the APOC, canceled in time. Stun is there, and Cookie Man with the cleave's gonna get a kill. Dahaka's down, might be 2. Yes, it will. Resets now for Li Ming. Oh, she's dead. Never mind. It's the triple kill either way. Nicely done by Quaranteam.
Yeah, it's a good thing for ReGen that Li Ming was dead, or this probably would not have been no escape here. Yeah, interesting. Sapper Camp now pushing out this minion wave, or stalling this minion wave. Red team in a little bit of a weird spot with this bottom lane being still controlled by the blue team. Look at this. Sapper Camps are being body blocked by the minions. Take a look at this. Bottom lane. I've never seen it before.
What?
This is the craziest thing ever.
What is going on?
Somebody get a clip of this.
They're not even dying.
They're taking a tiny bit of damage. Look at that.
Are they?
Yeah, but it's slow damage because the slashy minions are in front.
Oh my god. Boss has been taken by Quaranteam. Bottom lane, here comes ReGen, releasing the sappers. They are able to connect finally onto the fort. But that was definitely a little bit of oddity there. Triple altar phase representing enough to close it out? No. They'd be 1 shy if they're able to get all 3. Rush trying to capture bottom, but an orb from Carbon going to slow that down. Sylvanas on the top along with Zeratul. They're going to trade those out, and there's still going to be a battle down here on the bottom with Quarantine inching closer and closer to finishing off ReGen here in game number 2.
Yeah, you know, core shots here, it's 4-4. They can afford to give this up here. What they can't afford to do is lose their whole team.
VP on 2. Apoc's ready. There it is. Will stun out those targets. Still trying to cleave. There's the Bloodlust. Corki able to back out. The Haka looking for a finish on anything he can find, but nothing yet. Centurion's the one falling low. Could be the first reset for Li Ming. Barely able to roll away. Cookie Man coming back in for the cleave. They get the kill onto a Nubarak. Resets now with the Disintegrate. 1, 2, 3, 4. A quad kill for Quaranteam. They're going to be able to get this bottom fort and capture the altar.
Yeah. And with death timers being slightly low here, only 30 seconds, they won't be able to 6-cap, but they will be able to get this bottom and possibly a mid wall if they choose for that. Nah, maybe not. They'll just get the camp instead.
I think this is the play. They got sappers ready to come as well. That's going to represent just one shot remaining on ReGen if these sappers are indeed able to cross the line, but there will be heroes respawning, able to make a defense. Tied up, excuse me, level 18 just hit for Quaranteam, so still having that level advantage, but even talents right now between these teams. But 120 is here, and being only at 4 shots on their core, a very rough spot for ReGen to be in. Is there any way to get back in? It has to be getting this fort back, and they're definitely going to try to force it down when they can, and they will.
Nice little boost there as it became a keep at this 13:30 minute mark here. Lots of damage coming out.
There's the Bloodlust trying to finish off Diablo. Can they reset his souls? So far, no. Jachuggy's still alive. So much healing. First reset for Li Ming. Can she find more? Oh my god, that orb just hit 4 heroes. Corki about to fall. It's actually going to be Greymane going down. Triple kill for Quaranteam. Still trying to finish off more. Carbon can't get the finish on Troy. Is this the beginning of the end?
I think this is the end of the end, if you ask me here. I mean, they can take down a lot of ways to play this here. As 2 altars spawn, they only need 1 for lethal.
What?
Squashed Bug in the mid lane, which means that Sylvanas will be forced to be the only one. Dahaka will be able to be there in a moment, but only needing to pull this black altar.
GG's been called.
GG's been called.
That's it. Quaranteam about to walk away 2-0 tonight over ReGen. Double altars on the map. They want the finish on Troy, but he's able to warp away with the Haunting Wave. Ana is going to be channeling top left. Centurion cannot get there in time. There goes Raynor trying to finish it off, and well, I guess it doesn't matter. They only needed 1. GG. 2-0 is the set for the number 14 tonight. Quaranteam. They'll advance on to the semifinals.
Strong showing there. 28-0 being the final core score, in favor, of course, of Quaranteam. Wow.
You knock off my boys. I have to clap. It was a really strong effort tonight. I think both games were just start to end, just strong performances from Quaranteam. They beat ReGen earlier in the season, and they did it again here in the playoffs. They are the better team here in Season 9. But who was the best player this evening, Stoic? Who walks away with your MVP?
You know what? I think that Unaverted takes it. As much as I love Carbon and Li Ming, Raynor was Greymane in the first game and played an excellent Greymane. This time, no deaths for the Raynor. I think he deserves our series shout out rather.
I honestly can't disagree. Raynor able to do so much, really help elevate Li Ming there in game number 2. Of course, she has the flashy plays, but kind of the unsung hero sometimes is just those steady auto attacks, the reliable ones from Jimmy Raynor. Thought game 2 as well. Excellent picks with that Zeratul Diablo combo. Multiple times able to hit that and help set it up. Weary Day playing the Ana both games. Unsung hero as well. All around, this team just looked really good tonight.
So many good sleeps from Ana, making sure these heroes either could get easily engaged on, or that Ana's team was safe to disengage or come from a different angle.
Well, Stoic, let's try to hop on over to the NGS Discord, and I will try to secure us an interview here.
Sounds good. I'll meet you there.
All right, we got Stoic here with me. Let me try to get Unaverted on the line.
if the stats are still on the screen, Zeratul here with 15,000 experience. Quite a bit. And top siege damage as well. So my pause about Zeratul's double soaking ability was because of my own lack of game knowledge there. Zeratul double soaked his heart out.
Yeah, I mean, the cleave build's really good. Really good. Looks like they're going to send Cookie Man in.
Zeratul himself.
The Zeratul himself. I mean, we're talking about the guy. Might as well talk to him as well here on stream. Welcome, Cookie Man in the house. 2-0 victors tonight over my own squad, ReGen. You guys knocked us off. How's the team feeling right now?
We're feeling great. We came in there feeling real good.
We were actually just talking about you, saying how Zeratul, great double soak in game 2 and so much value provided by that Void Prison along with Diablo. You want to quickly talk about the synergy and really how you guys were able to help set up Li Ming and Carbon doing what he does with that hero?
We were really nervous going into that game because we knew we were getting tank starved, and so we kind of figured they were going to get a dive comp with the Rhaegar first pick. So to counter that, we were going to go with a VP blow up comp. So whenever they would dive us, I'd look for a good VP, and then we'd just set up for it and get a kill.
Yeah, you get one, and then multiple times in the game, it was a double kill, a triple kill, a quad kill, maybe just a dead beetle diving in for no reason. Seemed like you guys really had it working on all cylinders. Who do you think is maybe the unsung hero tonight?
I think no one in particular, really. I feel like we all really came together. Like, the comms were on point. We had good energy, good vibes. Like, I just think we played really well together. I don't think there was one individual player.
Well, games 1 and 2, we saw Weird Day play the Ana, and, you know, I know Porky. That's a hero he loves to play. Was that a conscious effort to keep him off the hero, or do you feel it just fit best in tonight's drafts?
I think a lot of teams are looking for Ana these days. She's just a really strong pick, like really good healing output, really strong CC. Like the first game, we were getting a lot of picks. Whenever we got a sleep dart, we would just know we can dive into that person. And then, yeah, Ana, obviously taking Ana away from anyone's always really strong. And so it was just a go-to pick.
There you go. Stoic, what do you got? Anything from game 1 in particular, Stoic?
No, I don't. I think game 1 is pretty. Looking back, like hindsight's 2020, I think it was a pretty strong game from game number 1.
Yeah, you know, one thing about game number 1, it was late there. You guys had lost multiple Punishers back to back to back, and they actually grabbed that one at the end of the game while you guys have camp pressure pushing the other direction. And it really came down to who's going to win this fight with the Punisher on the map, and you guys were able to get the job done. Do you remember the situation that happened there and anything that you want to call out from that last fight?
Yeah, so when we were fighting on the objective, we noticed that the opposing team popped 3 ults, and so we were just deciding, hey, let's just back up. We can fight on our keep, have our Punisher get distracted there, and we can go into a much better engagement for us.
Yeah, I mean, that really was the moment of the game. I was saying before the Punisher, before the Shrine, you know, whichever team wins this, they're just down to a keep in the lane. It's going to be a frozen Punisher. Like, this could be the end of it here. And I was shocked, honestly, that you guys were able to make that defense. But hearing what you're saying there, just knowing the situation, heroics are spent on their side. We're still holding on to ours. Job well done for Quaranteam.
Thank you.
And then game 2, Towers of Doom. You guys picked the map. What is it about Towers of Doom that you guys felt confident on? Was it something that you saw earlier in the season out of ReGen, or is it just something that you guys know you're strong at and you were willing to kind of take any shots thrown at you there?
Yeah, we just perform well on that map. It just kind of fits our play style. Like, it's a decent spread of team fight and macro, so it's not just hard on one or the other. And so it's a spread for me. It lets me kind of control the map, but it's not a full control on the map because I like bigger maps, but, you know, sometimes our team really likes to look for picks and team fights, so we like a good mixture when we're looking for maps.
Well, did you see the pumpkins, by the way?
Yeah, not sure what was
A little bit of help from the sappers there in game 2. Well, tonight you guys win, obviously 2-0. That means you guys are moving on to the semifinals here in the Heroic Division. And I'm looking ahead at the bracket. Looks like you're going to be taking on the first place team. We take these. Anything you want to say about the matchup? Any excitement for the match? Anything that you're kind of scared about or feeling confident about heading into it?
I think just at the end of the day, making it this far is just like it's really great for our team to have made it this far. You know, it just feels good, like hard work being put into something. And so getting to play against the #1 team right now is just it feels like a blessing.
That's the spirit, honestly.
That is the spirit.
Well,
Winning spirit.
have you guys heard about the Storm Division? Are you guys excited, maybe participating in those qualifiers later on this summer?
We're looking at it for sure, but no word yet.
No word yet. All right, NGS, you got to get on these guys. Tell them to participate, because after tonight's showing, definitely looking like one of those teams that could probably make it through and have a good time playing for that prize pool. Hey, I'm here on the East Coast. It's 12:19 a.m., so happy 4th of July to you, my friend, if you're an American. Woo. Woo woo. Shoot off some fireworks, maybe. Anything else, Stoic, you got for him before we give him some room for shout-outs?
I usually have a couple of questions that I want to learn about, but the two of you covered all the stuff, so I feel pretty good on these games.
Well, so you got to send our love back to the team, because we were definitely jaws on the floor a couple times there.
Yeah.
You know, anytime we get to see Carbons Leeming, it is a treat. But before you go, Cookie Man, I definitely want to give you a little bit of space here on the stream. Any shout-outs you got? The floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, obviously shout out to you guys. I love participating in these things. It's always so much fun. Shout out to my team, working hard, having a great time together. Shout out to anyone playing HOTS, our community. Got to stay tight in it. Shout out to Twitch chat. Shout out to CPX. Follow him at twitch.tv/CPX.
There you go. There you go. And I guess best of luck next week. Retake these, going to be a tough matchup, but after tonight's showing, I think you guys can really pull out anything you want. Best of luck from me. Best of luck from ReGen, and I'm sure from Stoic as well. We're definitely looking forward to see that match. All right, we'll see you around.
See you guys.
Happy 4th.
4th.
All right, Stoic, I'll get you back on call, all right?
Oh.
Try to find Stoic here. Here he is. Joining. And he's back. He's got to put the shades back on. Stoic, I was expecting a 3-game series. I'm a little bit surprised we ended in 2. But after watching, any final words you have on the matchup?
Yeah, I as well was expecting 3-game series, but I think that Quaranteam came out strong. So did ReGen, but Quaranteam just had that slight edge there, and I think it definitely made a 3rd game not necessary as they closed that 2nd game out in a very decisive fashion. So thoughts are few.
Yeah, they end the season for my boys. That's it. It's a quarterfinals and bust for ReGen this season. But I'm sure they'll be back. I know they're interested. They're going to be playing some Storm Division, at least the qualifiers, trying to make it into that 8-team league. And I don't think this is the end of Porky and the rest of the crew by any means, but certainly a bit of a heartbreaker for me this evening.
Yeah, it is tough. It is tough.
So
luckily, Season 10 will happen.
Season 10 is even not too far away. I mean, I think we're looking at early September start date, if I'm not mistaken. So you got July, you got August. We'll be back early September. And, of course, in the meantime, you get all those qualifiers if you want to tune in and check out that action in NGS. So be sure to stay tuned on the NGS Discord for those qualification dates. I think there's a total of 7 qualifiers, so it's going to be a lot of action. I'm going to try to cast some of those matches right here on this channel. So if you're not already following, be sure to hit that follow button now. We did have one come out earlier from DNasty10. I didn't get to thank you, but I will thank you now, my friend. Appreciate the support. All 30 of you that have been out there this evening, thank you for showing up. Make sure you head on over to twitch.tv/freepx and support CPOGX as he continues to be a menace in Storm League. Stoic spitting out some water.
Almost.
A lot of love for you guys, but Stoic, before we go, you got any word on where they can find you at home?
Oh yeah, please, I'm really pushing my Twitch stream right now. Hit me up, HLS Stoic on Twitch, HLS Stoic on Twitter as well. Super active
I tweet all the time, so make sure you follow for cool updates.
Well, I've always, as I say every time, have a great time casting with you, Stoic. You've been a true blessing for me here on this channel all throughout this season. If you have not already placed your vote for NGS Caster of the Season, consider voting for Murda and Stoic. We love you guys if you do. You can even send us a nice message and say, hey, Murda, just voted for you. Hey, Stoic, I voted for you too. We'll smile back at you, and we appreciate it. If you want to find me
Even if you don't vote, we still love you.
If you don't vote, you're garbage.
No, we still love you.
Just kidding, we love you. If you want to find me over on Twitter at MurdaRG, of course here, the home of ReGen, twitch.tv/MurdaRG. And, you know, that's it. We'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll have some more playoff action for you. But until then, I've been Murda. He's been Stoic. You guys have been fantastic. And we'll see you in the Nexus.
And there's the tranquility again from Alperian, keeping targets up as Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurous Smash. Durance of Hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that East.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubrak, core at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just blowing up everybody here. That's a 4, making 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
knock them all up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that.